I love Disney films, and so should you. Hi guys, today I'm going to do the Disney book tag. This was originally created by PBookBuddy, and although I haven't been tagged, it was sort of open to everyone, and well, I'm going to do it anyway. So let's get started. The first question is, what is your favourite Disney film? This is easy. Tarzan. I love Tarzan. It's got beautiful animation, great soundtrack, awesome characters, endearing moments, drama, comedic elements. It's got everything. And well, I love Tantor. He is the most awesome elephant in the world. There you go. The next question is, who is your favourite Disney heroine and what is her book counterpart? This was also easy. I chose Mulan. She's always been one of my favourite heroines of all time. She's smart, she's brave, she's sometimes funny, and I really love her. Her book counterpart, on the other hand, was sort of tricky to decide. I've read a few books where there was a character who sort of fought and was considered manly, or she dressed as a man so people couldn't catch her out and take her back to the women's side or whatever. I think I've only really read 3 books. There was Caladri from the Protector of the Small series by Tamora Pierce. There was Brienne from A Song of Ice and Fire. And then there was Iona from Eon and Iona by Alison Goodman. Iona could be considered the closest to Mulan, but I don't feel like she encompasses some of Mulan's traits. But then none of the characters really do that to a full extent. So I think I will go Brienne. Brienne might not exactly have Mulan's maybe cheek in some instances, but she's brave and she will stick up for the good of the people. The next question is, who is your favourite Disney hero and what is his book counterpart? This was tricky. My answer tends to shift every single day. I like a lot of heroes in the Disney universe, but I think for today I'm going to choose Milo Fatch from Atlantis the Lost Empire. I think that's what the title is. He's smart, he's awkward, but he's good. He has a good heart and he is brave, so I'm going to root for him. His book counterpart, on the other hand, who did I pick again? No, I forgot. I chose Wade Watts from Ready Player One. He's smart, he knows his thing. He's into 80s trivia as opposed to ancient civilizations, but he's smart, he stands up for people. He may be a bit arrogant as compared to Milo Fatch. In that regard, Milo Fatch is a nicer person, but I feel they're similar in some terms. So there you go. The next question is, who is your favourite Disney love interest and what is their book counterpart? This was an easy question again. John Smith. Like, he's voiced by Australian, which is sexy. I'm sort of slimming down my ideal man. They have to be voiced by Australian. But it's such a nice voice. His book counterpart though, this was hard. I chose Etienne from Belle by Leslie Pierce in the end, which is a historical fiction novel, and Etienne like is French as opposed to John Smith being English, posing people, posing different sides of the war. Okay, I won't go into that. I think they have similar character traits. They're brave, they're very sexy, they have a bit of a comedic tongue in some instances, and well, that's who I chose. The next question is, who is your least favourite Disney character and what is their book counterpart? Again, This was hard. I can't really think of anyone that I don't particularly like, but then it sort of suddenly dawned on me that it was Peter Pan. I do not like the Peter Pan movie. I do not like Peter Pan in general, and I think that dislike has been growing pretty much strongly over the years after hearing about J.M. Barrie and his personal life. This is the guy who created Peter Pan, and then several other adaptations and things that are sort of demonizing Peter Pan, so I might be biased. But I've always thought Peter Pan was sort of a douche, so I never really particularly liked that movie. His book Counterpart, on the other hand, was a bit tricky again, but I chose Willy Wonka from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory by Roald Dahl, mainly because they really like children, and they want to invite them to this the most exciting place in the world, whether that be a chocolate factory or Neverland, and they want to keep them there. The next question is, who is your favourite villain? And again, the book Counterpart. I chose Hades. Duh, he's funny. He's pretty funny. He's a bit useless too, but there you go. I've always liked Hades. I always like a funny villain. But yeah, his book Counterpart, that was hard because I couldn't really think of any antagonists in the novels that I've read that are similar. They're normally like really bad people who are really scary. But Hades, I think his book Counterpart would be Gilderoy Lockhart from Harry Potter. I know Gilderoy Lockhart isn't exactly a villain, but there is one instance where he plays sort of an antagonistic role in regards to Harry. So, yes. And they're both pretty much useless and pretty silly at times. So, they would make a great couple. And the last question is, which novel would you like to be adapted into a film, and should it be Disney or Pixar who make it? This, again, was easy. I want The Light Princess by George MacDonald to be adapted into a film. It's such a sweet tale. It's about a princess who has no gravity, so basically if she's not tied down to something, she floats away unless she's in water, because she sort of regains her gravity if she's in water, and she can just not float away if she's in water. It's got everything in a Disney formula. It's got a love interest, it's got an antagonist, villain, scary villain, and a pretty cool princess. Although it actually doesn't have a sidekick, not that I can remember. So if I was to create a sidekick, I would pick a talking magical boulder, because the princess has to be tied down to something all the time, and well, who wouldn't want to have a talking boulder as a sidekick? That would be amazing. So, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this tag. I am going to... I can't really think of anyone to tag, except for Ramblings and Green Tea. I know she likes Disney things, so there you go. I tag you. If you want to do this tag, feel free to do that. I'm just saying anyone can do this tag. So, I hope you have a lovely day, and see ya.